Hey everybody, and Marvy is right over here, and we are still in Seattle. Of course, we went over through Wyoming as well as Idaho, and we will be probably another couple more days here in Seattle. Unfortunately, we're near a road, so pardon the extra noise if you hear it. However, we are in the Puget Sound, and behind me, of course, is the Seattle skyline. We're in an area called West Seattle, and this is the Puget Sound that will flow out around the Olympic Peninsula through the Straits of Juan de Fuca and then into the Pacific Ocean. And you'll see that probably over the next couple weeks as we round our way around the ocean. But so far, the trip has been really good here, visiting friends. And again, I lived here for about 17 years, but I have not been back to Seattle, like I said, for 23 years. So it's great to be back. Marvy really enjoys it. We've been spending a lot of time with our good dear friends, Richie and her husband, Colin. And they've let us park outside of their house. We've had great dinners. We've helped them with a lot of the yard work. And that was a lot of fun just to do that. As you can see, the weather has cleared. It had rained for a couple days, and I think that Pacific wind has cleared most of the smoke out of the air for right now. So we've got clear skies ahead of us. Of course, we're going into the Olympic Peninsula. There is one rain shadow there, but otherwise we could be catching a lot of rain once we hit the coast. And if for some of you that happen to be Twilight fans of the books and the movies, where we're going is where Twilight was filmed, out on the Olympic Peninsula. But anyway, so we've had a lot of really fun times. We got to go down to the waterfront, showed Marvy the waterfront, to visit ye old curiosity shop, which of course, if you've never been there, it's a major institution in Seattle where you can see shrunken heads and mummies and oddities, whether true or not. There are some fun things to visit there. And of course, Pike Place Market, which I think the days of them throwing the fish are over with, at least until COVID is done. They've got so many restrictions and wanting to keep the crowds to the minimums. Each time we go there, we certainly try to wear our mask and get there early before any type of a crowd. Went to visit my old alma mater, the University of Washington, and the University District was real fun. I'm trying to think of all the other places. Of course, the famous Dick's Drive-In. If you don't know what that is, it could be considered the worst food in the world. I mean, they're really salt and sodium and greasy hamburgers and fries. But for Seattleites, it's absolutely wonderful. We really enjoyed that. We've been, when we've not been staying at our friend's house, we've actually have been stealth camping, but in Seattle, it's really not stealth camping because they allow you to stay in one spot for up to 72 hours. And Seattle's a pretty progressive city, so you don't have the same issues that you would in a lot of other cities. The parks are great. Marvin and I had dinner in Volunteer Park. And that was real wonderful. Had some guy giving a little mini concert. And that was a lot of fun also. So, my gosh, we've seen so many different things here. I've gotten to take Marvy to Ballard and then, of course, Fremont. And Fremont, there's a couple things that are very famous in Fremont. One, of course, would be the Troll that's under 99 or the Aurora Bridge, and that was built around the time when I first arrived here, and it's still the thing to see. It's quite a lot of fun to climb around on it and take pictures. It's an actual Volkswagen Beetle. I think it even had California plates at one time on it under his hand. And so that's quite interesting. It's changed a lot. Our old house that I lived in with my friend Nikki, that's been demolished. And everywhere there's now very expensive condos or apartments. Oh, and I forgot another thing. We actually got to go on Lake Union on a nice little boat ride. Some really good friends of ours that we met in the van community, Donna and Greg, are up in Seattle now. They're going south actually today and heading towards Mexico for the winter. But they're full-time van life people, and her son Dave had a little pontoon boat and a business right on Lake Union, so he took us out there, and that was a lot of fun. If you've ever seen the movie Sleepless in Seattle, this is the houseboat that he lived on, Tom Hanks, in the movie. It's still there, and someone still lives there. So, okay, that wraps it up. So once again, feel free to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, we really could use some subscribers. We're almost at 1,000. We can't get past 956 or 58, then it goes down to 952. So we're kind of cursed with this 950. And I think a lot of you who are YouTubers that have hit that threshold, you probably maybe had the same thing where you're like, So as soon as we get to 1,000, that's going to be an achievement if we can sustain that and go higher. So share the videos if you like them. Tell your friends about us, and that would be appreciated. Thumbs up, and make any comments that you'd like. And once again, we want to thank all of our Patreon supporters. You guys are the ones that are really saving us right now with your support. If anybody is interested, you can just check on the links below. Other than that, if you have any questions, write them below, or comments. We love them, and I think I answer all of them. One may slip past me once in a while, but we do answer them. And other than that, we'll see you down the road.